5 weeks in a row. And that's what I call consistently, guys. So, new week, new anime. And of course, we had to pick something. Let's just say that was fire. Literally. So, this week we decided to watch Fire Force. The first season, which I thought was low-key a lot, but wasn't that much low-key. 24 episodes, 20 minutes about each episode. And I'm not gonna lie, I liked it a lot. Like a lot.
I also liked it a lot.
I don't want to say this, but I liked it more than I liked ReZero Season 1. But that's also just me. More like intense, action-packed, fast-paced shows. So I'd give the first season like an 8.5. I liked it a lot. I think it was pretty good. I think it was a good mixture of pace, lore, and overall just pretty smooth. I thought the animation sometimes was amazing. Some of the fight scenes were beautiful. Especially the ending.
Yeah, I think overall rating, I think it's like good. Maybe like a solid 9, personally. The highs are really high. But I don't think it tops through season 1 for me. I think season 2 is on top, but not season 1.
Damn. What about you, Gio?
Before I get to my rating, I want to tell you and Edgar, you and Mario, fuck me! Mario and Edgar something. So, Biggie's doing all this talk about liking ReZero less than Fire Force, right? I think there's a reason why he liked it more. Biggie went 2 episodes without having watched the whole thing. He stopped the first one in episode 8, which we said was the best episode in the whole series. He did not watch past episode 8. And for the second season, he didn't watch episode like past 40 something. So I just wanted to tell you guys that certain allegations came from somewhere. I'm not gonna say from where, but certain allegations came
There are
out.
allegations that Biggie didn't actually finish
He didn't finish either. He didn't finish season 1 or season 2.
Let me explain.
I'm
The
not gonna say who my
allegations are
sources were.
true.
I'm not
The
gonna say who my
allegations are
sources.
true. In season 1, there was 2 episodes left, and I ran out of time. I did not manage my time well, and I looked up like a quick summary of the ending. I did watch the full half. The first episode, I watched all episodes.
Damn.
Second episode, I did not watch the episode. I ran out of time. There's no way I was finishing in it. We had already moved the date back. I was like, there's no way I get out of this. So yeah. Second season, I was on a roll. All my episodes, third episode, I watched everything. The last season, the night that I went out for dinner, I had made that time to finish ReZero. But then like I said, inconveniently, I went out to dinner. Did not have time. No way I finished these last couple episodes. So I'm not gonna lie. During the second episode and our 4th episode of our podcast, I was sweating because I'm like, bro, they're gonna catch you, bro. I'm gonna say something that doesn't make sense. That's gonna be on the line. So half of episode 4 was improv. I'm not even gonna lie. I improv'd half of it because I literally didn't know what to do. And I felt guilty. I felt my conscience was weighing on me, and I had to tell someone. So I told Gio that I, yes, indeed, unfortunately, did not finish the entire season. But I did tell Gio that I'm gonna go back and finish season 2 of ReZero because I genuinely like 2 of ReZero. Great. And I'm watching at your gig.
I think we should punish him.
What the
What do you?
But I can
what
confirm.
punishment do you think is worthy of your
I
time?
can confirm that I have watched all the episodes of Fire Force. If any, I managed my time correctly. Gio had told me I had to watch 4 episodes a day, which I did. So, yeah. The allegations are true.
I don't know. Like, what do you guys think it should be?
50 episodes of One Piece.
Oh,
50 episodes of One Piece.
he is on permanent intro duty.
Permanent intro, dude.
Permanent intro duty?
Yeah, I think that's a good that's a good punishment.
Damn, but yeah, the allegations are true, guys.
Well, I guess I'll say what I thought. I made a mistake.
What's your
I went into this show comparing everything it did to I think ReZero. But as soon as I stopped doing that, I enjoyed the show a lot. Cause like I noticed by like episodes, like, this is gonna be nowhere near as good as ReZero. So I just took it as like what it was. It's just a fun little show with good animation, enjoyable characters. I'm giving it nowhere near as high as a 9. I think mid 7s. Yeah, I think mid 7. Like
beats?
it, bro. I like toward the mid, like until they go to fucking Benny Maru's town. The show for me was so fucking slow. It was genuinely like. I don't know. For me, it really picked up in the second half of season 1. But I thought like maybe pushing like high 7s. But like I mean 7 is a good score. I don't know why you guys think like I said like a 5 or some shit. But like saying it was the best thing I've ever watched is.
I think I low-key
just a
disagree
lie.
with the pacing, though.
I think it was decently paced the entire.
Bro, I
think
can just say
literally-
that whole arc with Hibana, I thought was the most boring shit ever because like the outcome is so obvious. He's gonna save her, she's gonna turn good. Like that was so slow paced.
But my whole thing is that like literally it was like, okay, the plan is we're gonna go do this. Like there was no like in between, there was no filler. Like they went straight in. I will say that there was filler scenes
the
that like
pacing,
didn't.
I'm not saying the pacing. I'm saying that like what the content consisted of, which just wasn't that wasn't that interesting to me. Like until we got to the whole, like as I said, the whole like breaking in with Squad 1 where like they fucking kill Star Guy, whatever the fuck his name is. I thought the show was like just not that, just wasn't much. But I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad. I enjoyed it, but like, it wasn't amazing. What about you, Ed? Or is there anything you guys want to say about? Because apparently I'm fucking crazy by saying this wasn't.
Well, I guess we'll go episode by episode later on, or arc by arc.
All
In
right.
this case.
What did you think, Edgar?
I gave it a minute. I like I said, I watched the show before, so this was just like a rewatch for me. I enjoyed it. I would give it a minute. But like I think I did what Gio did. I compared everything to like what,
No, yeah,
what we
I
watched
think-
before.
That's the mistake I did coming into this. Because I was like, I just watched One Piece. It was still in the back of my mind the whole time. Nah, fuck! No! I just watched ReZero. It was still in the back of my mind the whole time. And I think I think I was comparing it to ReZero the whole time. But like, as soon as I stopped doing that, the show got much better. I don't know. That's just how I kind of. I did also say that like, it does go fast paced. Should we start with the episodes?
We're good for this.
I don't know, I guess- One last, I guess.
I low-key don't remember what the first arc was.
One last thing I did want to say was, like I said, I eventually did finish ReZero, but I never saw myself comparing it. And like I said, maybe it's just because just my personal opinion, I like different like genres and different types. But I felt like once I started watching it, I literally watching back to back. Like the first couple days, I think we recorded Saturday. I didn't watch any Sunday or Monday, but on Tuesday I literally knocked out like 10 to 12 episodes. Like I was like hooked. Like I was like, this is to me this is great. Like I said, I think the last time I remember watching like genuinely like telling myself like, okay, I have to go to sleep. Like I have like I need to like stop watching. I need to go to sleep. Like it's like 3 a.m. I need to go to sleep now. It was like when I was watching Attack on Titan. Like I said, I'm not saying that this show is as good as Attack on Titan. I'm just saying that I haven't had a feeling of watching a show that like I've been genuinely hooked on. Cause
For
I
me,
feel like
the
it
exact
was like,
opposite.
cause
For
I felt
ReZero,
like
I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed Fire Force for sleep. I'm not gonna lie, I was staying up late as fuck for ReZero. For this, I was not. I did not hesitate to say, hey, I'll just watch it tomorrow. But hey, that I mean that just shows that, like, I guess you like Fire Force, man. I thought it was nowhere near, but that's just me.
What the?
So how should we do it? Episodes or arcs? Because I look you don't know.
I think arcs.
Yeah, I remember.
So what was the first arc?
Yeah.
Uh,
It was
Isn't it
Major
before their
Mikey.
meeting? Why is he chasing? Isn't it before their meeting with fucking Squad 5? They like encounter that whole inferno. That's like, it's just kind of Shinra joining the
Yeah, it's
fucking.
introduction.
It's like him joining
Introduction
the.
arc.
It's him joining Squad A, and then like they find.
Yeah,
an
we get
Inferno
introduced
who
to,
was-
we get introduced to basically half of the main characters.
Yeah, for the first season.
Yeah. I guess the biggest
Honestly-
thing that happened. What's up?
I knew like when he first got introduced, Arthur got introduced. I thought like, okay, yeah, he's gonna be the dumb character. Sometimes I think he's actually cooked. Like, there's no way he's
Do not
that.
disrespect Arthur. Do
Arthur-
not
My
disrespect
favorite
Arthur.
character in the series so far.
Arthur was my
Yeah,
favorite
he's one
character
of-
in this series.
He's one of my favorite
He
characters.
was one of the best characters in this series.
Like, I guess moving on to like a little farther, but the whole like where he's like, where when he was dressed
Why is
more
this fucker
quote unquote nightly, that was hilarious. When he had heat on him, and he's like, I feel so nightly here, and he just like
No, bro.
10 times power upgrade.
Arthur was the best character in this show. But I guess the biggest thing that happened was the whole like testing, no, where like Joker like infiltrates the fucking testing.
Joker's cracked. The Jonkler.
Yeah, I
He, well, wasn't the Captain Hibana thing before that though?
Captain Habano was after.
After? Oh yeah, that was like
Yeah.
3. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, so like it's just him finding Joker.
The firefighter
Fi-
games.
Yeah, and the firefighter, because he like talks to the first squad captain. He like figures out that the squad captain, he figures he knows something, but the squad captain says he doesn't remember shit. And this was where I understood where the whole Tamaki thing comes from. Because in this one, there was 2 incidents, and I specifically said that the first one I kind of understood where it came from, but the second was just for the love of the like genuinely. For the love of the game. Genuinely, some of these incidents are ridiculous. Like, there's one where she's like sweeping and he's just standing still and her ass ends up in his face. Like, okay, for me, this was like I once told Mario, for me, fan service cannot ruin a show. Like, it depends. Like, if like just because a good show has fan service, I'm not gonna say, oh, it shows instantly ruined. But for me, there were a couple times, like I think there was 2 or 3 times when there was high tension, and then Tamariki would just get naked, and I'd be like, well, okay, well they're obviously not dying or anything.
I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. She's basically like
not
the
gonna
fan
lie.
service magnet.
Sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just boring.
When they're just chilling at like the station and then something happens.
Like I said, the Bruma was funny because he was just standing there, and then she ends up on it. Well, like as I said, some of these just feel like they're for the love of the game, bro. Like I genuinely, like when she's fighting that one dude, and this is skipping way forward.
Oh,
She trips and like her jacket falls, her pants fall. I'm like, bro, come on, like I finally thought we were gonna see Tamaki cook, because that was one of my biggest complaints. We've seen every character have their moment to shine, right? And I thought it was like finally, like I get Tamaki's the funny haha, like boobies. But I was like, we're gonna see a moment where like she locks the fucking no, she stripped. But what?
Yeah, that was probably one of the funniest scenes from them. They just beat the crap.
Where they beat the shit out of that. That was probably my favorite scene. With
I low-key thought they were gonna like
End up
she was
killing
like
the
you
guy?
said. Yeah, boom. They killed like
There's no way he survived that.
they
There's no way
censored.
he
Yeah, they
survived
censored his head like spilling.
that. No, but
Like
we
I said,
jumped way forward, but, like,
I thought she was gonna get like an awakening or something, and then it's just like, oh, trip fall, butt ass naked.
no, yeah, like
I thought that was pretty funny though.
it was funny a couple times, but like specifically the moment where they were fighting the one guy, what the star guy. I got annoyed there. I was like, none of these were necessary.
That was when he like her skirt was like taken off, right? For some reason.
Yeah, he like takes off her skirts and when that her clothes get like burnt off by the other like. I don't know. There's when it hits, it's funny, but when it doesn't, I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me? Well, I guess we should go back to the Firefly. I mean, this is the first time we see Joker, and I think that's about it. No, he just tells him that like the Fire Force isn't what you think it is. Isn't that just kind of all it is? Are you beating his ass?
I think I just got the crosshair. Crossfire. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the fucking Fire Force exam is just.
It was just interesting to the job.
Oh yeah, and we also just find out that Squad 8 was made to fucking investigate other squads. That's why it's different from the other one. Then that's where we get like introduced to Hibana. That's her name, right?
Hibana.
And then like that's where we see the whole like that there was a firefighter who like killed like 4 people. He was on trial, and they like had to kidnap.
That was. I think that was like one of my first favorite moments because Shinra literally was about to cook him, especially the car scene where he just knocks. He basically throws the car. He throws the car at him, and then when he tries to like sneak attack him, and he just like, "Take your ass down."
I saw it coming from that way, but I still enjoyed it. Then like they just fucking like, I guess Hibana just like kidnaps the thingy, and then we like see some like Iris backstory that like they were both sisters at one point.
I think we're skipping over one important part that all her employees like being stepped on.
Can you blame them? Can you blame them?
them?
Why'd you call me out?
Because it's easy, bro. In the second episode, we were talking about the candidates. You said you said you liquored that one girl's feet. Did you say that?
No.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
I said it as a joke. It was funsies, remember? It was funsies.
Would you let Habana step on you?
You're putting him on the spot, bro. After that, we we see some backstory, and like, and that's another part I didn't like because this was the first time I was like, yeah, none of the when they like push the fifth squad's base, they just kind of fucking beat everyone with like. I did find it hilarious that I thought Arthur was getting cooked, but he forgot he was right-handed. And like I was
that was amazing.
Arthur is the best character in this series. Like I think like he was by far my favorite character. But what happened here? Like we find out a little bit about the backstory that like the whole sisters church gets like burned down, and like the sisters turn into infernals, and that's why Hibana kind of started tweaking because she was like.
See in the outro for like the first half season 1, which I think
We
was,
do
like,
see, yeah.
a nice touch.
She starts speaking because she's like, oh well, if fire is the power of the devils, and I had to act as a devil, which like I guess they use to justify why she acted as she did up to then. But then Shinra fights her, and remember how we were talking about sudden changes like with Rem? This one was a worse offender of that because she just like fell in love with Shinra.
I think that was funny as hell. I love that.
That she just fell in love.
Yeah, because something happens in One Piece, and I just think that whole thing is funny. How like antagonist just loves the main character now because they got beat. I found like all their interactions.
I also.
Hilarious.
I thought she was
cool.
cool.
Yeah, my whole thing is that also that fight was like this is when I kind of knew like
Her power was beautiful, by the way. That shit was magic. Like that shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I knew Shinra was the MC, but the way that he's able to adapt, like he literally gets cooked like the first half of the fight, and the second half he just somehow like adapts and just cooks. Like literally got heat stroked 3 times. Like physically, like his brain was like melting, and he still cooked and got the baddie.
She got the baddie.
She bad as hell, bro.
I guess the
I'm
next
alright.
thing that happens was But when I say it, it's like Gio's fucking.
Well, you.
Well, the next thing that.
Crazier.
Yeah.
The next. No, I don't.
You usually beat. I'm pretty sure.
Anyways, then we go to like the 8th and the barbecue. The 8th and the 5th are now like in collaboration, and like a big part that is happening is because again she just loves Shinra. Then we find out that they know how to artificially create like infernos.
I thought we were doing arcs, not episodes.
Bro, I don't know. I'm trying, man. No one else. I don't remember what happens. This was a week ago. You think I remember exactly by arcs?
Well,
I
let's
don't
see.
remember.
The first arc is kind of like the introduction / the fire game.
Yeah, then we have the.
Then the second arc is mainly the infiltrating base 5 and befriending base 5.
And
Then the third arc is kind
They go on
of
the
chapel.
rookie assignment mission. They like
The
go
chapel.
to infiltrate. That's what I was doing. And then like.
I was just making sure. I was just asking. I didn't. Calm down, bro. It's not that serious, bro.
And then oh, yeah. And then it starts off with like Shinra stays behind because like there's like an infernal, but then like he sees that like someone in a cloak was like they like put the bug into the person, so he now he's now like, well, someone in squad 1 is the one who's creating the Infernals. Then he goes into Sound Guy's, I don't know his name. Call him Sound Guy. He goes into Sound Guy's room, but then Sound Guy's also like, oh, so you've like been like, so like he's like,
dog.
the fact that you caught on means that you suspect one of us. It says it's not me, it means that it's Star Guy. And then,
Which, crazy.
well, that it was
Even
Star
when
Guy.
I saw it coming, the way that he kind of like went crazy, like, wow.
Which is just wow.
Like honest.
Like, I knew that it was pointing in the direction of him obviously being like the bad guy, the spy, but the way that like when they were fighting and the way that whole fight went down, like even when he was ready to literally just suicide himself in order to like get a chance, was actually insane.
I was not gonna care.
Also, the thing was, I didn't expect him to like get like assassinated afterwards.
Oh yeah, they assassinated him to keep him quiet.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen.
I don't know. Like I said, for me, this was the part where it feels like it really started to pick up. But yeah, like, oh yeah. Then did you guys notice that it like I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like a significant part, but I think it was just like a funny part that Arthur's missing, but for some reason that cuts him being like in the desert.
He
or some
wandered
shit.
off.
He was in the desert or something. I thought it was gonna be like a more significant part where he like just kind of like is missing for a couple episodes, and, like randomly comes back. I mean, they did. He randomly come back and they're like, what the fuck, where were you? But no, they don't show that. But like, as I said, I fucking love Arthur. Then they like get summoned to like the main minister.
And we see all the leaders.
And we see all the leaders except Squad 4, which we get a little like insight on later. But I noticed that Squad 4's leader didn't show up. And that's where we first meet Benimaru, and that's where
He's the GOAT. He is the
is.
GOAT.
We'll get there. And then we learned that Shinra has, huh?
That is the next arc, right? Benimaru's arc.
Yeah, that is. And then we learned that Shinra has an Odola flame. And then we find out it's also like an Odola link, which is like, from what I understood, it's a flame that's directly from like the god or some shit. From hell or some shit. Yeah, that's the Odola flame was like something that's directly from the thing. And then he stays behind at the power plant, and then brother's like, your brother's still alive. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I low-key thought that Lieutenant was about to be bad. Because, maybe you guys don't remember, but in that same episode, when they say that Shinra was alone at the fire plant, it just shows the Lieutenant, he's like typing in the keyboard, and then as soon as he says that he's alone, you see that he types something, and like it just cuts to Joker approaching Shinra. I low-key thought that they were gonna post him, like the Lieutenant's actually like a bad person, huh?
Like it's pure.
Yeah, cause like I thought that was just like a weird thing to focus on. Like at first, it just zooms in on him typing something as soon as they say that Shinra's alone in the power plant. Then we get some backstory. I don't know if you guys want to say anything. It's just some backstory about how Maki, the lieutenant, and Captain Obi.
How Company 8 was,
That was
yeah.
just the backstory. I love it. Which I guess
Like I
shows
said-
like how corrupt the Fire Force is. Like maybe
Yeah,
it's
because
not-
they were treating it as points, right? They didn't care about like they were treating it as
Yeah.
whatever would make them look best.
I mean, that's something that I kind of talked about, like I said, to the side with Gio, was that for some reason, like I said, I don't know a reason why, but when thinking of Fire Force, I kind of thought of the series, The City of Ember, like kind of where it's like the origin of the world, like how the world used to be, is kind of like hidden from the people, and how like the government kind of like made this false, like, I guess, false image of like how the world's supposed to be, and how like they're doing it for the greater good. Because even then, like, we find out, like I said in the following arc, that there used to be animals, or like actually like animals, and like the world was semi-normal.
Right, which
So it just kind of shows how like corrupt, and how like how that kind of leads me like how much more of the story like do we not really know, and how much is like, I know what's like the huge company that like has most of the control.
Amazon?
Hajima? Is it Hajima?
Oh,
Hajima. Hajima like is like a major powerhouse in this like series. So I'm wondering how much they're covering up just like the sake of like their image slash
Bro said
money.
Amazon.
Hanima's crazy.
I thought we were talking about real life. I think this one like just ends with them showing up to Benny Maru saying, "Hey, let us investigate." And then he's like, "No." Then like, I found the way that they put people to rest so weird. So he just fucking destroys the town.
just like foundation.
But like, why would he? Why? I thought destroying the town was a little overboard.
Well, I mean,
He did it in their honor.
yeah, it's like, well, if I'm gonna die, I might as well die like for bank, right?
I guess.
That's like the,
Yeah, it's like I want to die as a firework.
yeah.
Put me in, make me into gunpowder and shoot me at the moon.
Well, after that, Squad A helps with the reconstruction. He's like, well, maybe I will help. But then he sees like the captain and lieutenant saying like, oh, did you succeed in like turning the people into infernals? And then like he attacks the real captain and lieutenant, which at first I thought it was a captain lieutenant at first as well. I was like, no fucking way. And I was about to complain about it as well, because I was like, so we just see a backstory about how like how they wanted to be. I'm having a seizure. About how they wanted to be different from the rest of the Fire Force when they go and do this shit. I was about to get mad, but then we find out that they're like clones or some shit.
Yeah, I thought that whole thing was just to test him, to test Benny Maru, to see if he was actually gonna do anything about it.
How did you ult, by the way?
A G.
Go into ultimate mode and then use like your ability.
But how do you use ultimate?
How do you do that?
Well, so how many keywords press G while I was like,
I don't
What are
have
you
it.
talking about? Oh, the clones. And then we see more people causing misunderstandings, so now they think something is wrong. And then we find out that the cultist was trying to cause confusion. And then Shinra and Arthur, like, they go and fight, like, the archer girl. But then, like, one of the guys, when he sees that they're about to get beat, he, like, turns into an infernal. And we see that it's an infernal with a demon. And then I think that's where it ends off. And then I'm not gonna lie, I experienced something I never thought I could experience. I know you guys may think this is crazy. I did not think your ears could have orgasms. But when Benny Maru killed the fucking demon, I think that's as close to an orgasm as I've ever gotten. My ears were like in heaven. Bro, the sound, I think that's something we haven't. The sound design in this show is fucking amazing. Like genuinely,
That's another thing we forgot to mention.
like every hit.
like
Yeah.
everything sounds amazing. And as I also said, like I didn't know your ears could orgasm. So like, They
That's something that
did.
me and Gio were gonna say that we didn't really mention with ReZero, but the opening and the outro for the first and the second half of this season, like, it's iconic, bro. The second I heard the theme song, I was like, oh goodness,
I like the
beautiful.
first intro and the ending. I didn't like the second intro.
Yeah, I
The
didn't.
second one was definitely a downgrade, but I
I
don't
did
think it
not
was
like the
completely
second intro
bad.
at all.
I think it was
No,
okay.
I thought
But
it was bad.
the first one is by
The
by far miles
the
greater.
first intro and the ending I thought were amazing, as you said. Yeah, that's why I said ear orgasms. Oh, I thought it
This is
was
also the part
What's up?
mentioning orgasm. This is the part where he begins getting his feet orgasm.
Oh,
He's able to start
his feet
sensing.
start, yeah, because of the
Skeleton
Dolomite,
feet.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
part
skeleton
was
feet
weird,
where he
yeah.
gets. He started tweaking for a second.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering. I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
No, yeah, like
And then
when
he
he
was
just
like-
started staring at his feet, I was like, what the fuck?
And then he goes,
By the way, I love his
my
feet. I think that's such a cool power.
You love his feet.
I love his
"He's
feet.
breakdancing."
Bro, that's such a cool power.
It feels like it's pretty bare bone, but like the way he uses like
No, bro, that shit's so fucked up. And I thought it was hilarious how how fucking Benny Muro just one shots his demon, and like how he's getting princess carried by Shinra the next second after he flies up and carries. I thought it was kind of fun.
also we didn't mention the two little like girls, right? What is it?
They were annoying. I didn't like them.
I don't know.
They had fire Kusune armor, bro. That shit was kind of.
I think that was kind of cool. They just had that armor. And they got like, oh, I think also the were just kidding.
That was funny as well because he was like,
Like something's wrong, and they just
yeah, that.
Like,
was
you just hit a kid. What the fuck?
I thought they were annoying, but that part was funny.
I liked.
And then it just ends with them having a nice little drink and Benny smiling. I kind of get it was kind of off-putting to see him smile. Like, not that it's ugly or like creepy, just that it felt weird.
He's not someone to smile like that.
Yeah, it's not someone to smile, so it did feel weird. What happens next? Oh, what's his name? Fuzzy hair. He gets assigned to work as the
We also, like I said,
forensics.
we know he's with Joker, the Jonkler. But I mean, I feel like the Jonkler.
Like, are they evil?
I don't think
I
they're
think
evil.
they're
I don't
anti-heroes.
know.
I think they're
Anti, yeah, I
anti-heroes.
think anti-heroes.
I think-
They have their own agenda.
They have their own thing they want.
Just the
Yeah,
worst that
they-
Joker has done is like.
But the fact that the Jonkler was able to keep up.
Huh?
Like, what was the worst that Joker did? He converted like a couple of like infernals.
I'm assuming he did. Did he? Because he had like he was at the scene and he had like a vial
He
with the
just
gunpowder.
he had the explosive gunpowder. He didn't
He
like
had the-
make
I
it
don't
into
know.
Inferno.
I thought they were trying to insinuate that he did, but I don't know if he did. He had the explosive powder, but I think they're like anti-heroes. Like they're just working for their own goal. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're like.
Oh, but like I said, the fact that he was able to go toe to toe with Show like automatically was actually kind of great. Which also he cooked. Show was I didn't think he was gonna be that broken. She'll get into it in a little bit, but still.
Well, after he gets assigned, they go and try to convince like Vulcan. Then we find out that Vulcan used to be like. No,
Still is a genius.
Giovanni used to be his grandfather's like
Apprentice.
Some sort of
apprentice, yeah. And then like we see like that whole thing that Biggie said about the animals, and then like Shinra's feet starts squeaking again. I think this is one of my favorite episodes. I thought it was just a fun episode. I thought Iris like not being able to control herself with the buttons was funny as well. I just thought this one. And then Arthur with the fucking piss squirrel. I thought that was so funny as well. And then at the end he's like,
What
"Can
am I
keep
supposed to do with
shit?"
this?
Yeah, he's like, "Can I keep this?" Bro, I like this was genuinely one of my favorite. I think this is where for me, Fire Force started to pick up a little. Like after this, it started to pick up. But I thought this was one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, and then like they say they're gonna leave, but then Shinra's foot starts tweaking now, so they stay. I guess the big reveals of the next episode are like, we find out that the captain of Squad 3 is evil. Shinra gets trapped by Giovanni, and we find out that
But-
Lisa is an undercover
But that kind of makes me think. Yeah,
As
the
soon
laser
as I
part caught me
saw
off
them
guard.
talking about getting away, and it just showed her face like shadowed out, and she wasn't looking up, I was like, yeah, she's about to betray the rest.
My whole thing was that when all the thing up at like the Grand Chapel, uh what is it? Company 3 goes to Company 5 and it's like, oh, I thought we pledged our allegiance to Hajime, all this and that. That kind of makes me think that if Company 3 is obviously part of the evangelist, does that mean that
I
potentially
think
Hajime is with them partially as well?
I think
Like I
that
said, we
isn't
still
that
don't really know
isn't
anything
that one
about.
question that they ask is like is it all Hajime just squad 3? I think that's yeah, Hajime tried to cover
Well,
him
I mean,
up.
I mean, like when you're such a huge company and you don't want like the public to see that you're aligned with quote unquote negative.
What
You get
just
stuck?
happened?
Let's go.
I can't move.
But yeah, I think the big part was Giovanni's evil.
I think you have to leave and rejoin. This is like not a
Uh,
second.
Ivana finds him in the forest because she put a tracker on Iris, fucking obsessed girlfriend. Uh,
She's bad, bro.
no, he put it on Iris. I think he put it on Iris, and that's how he found Shinra. Giovanni finds the key to. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce this.
Atam
Amaterasu.
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 We see that Lisa feels at least a little remorseful about what she did.
It's kind of like she wants to, but she knows that she can't.
She's learning because she's like, kind of like, to be like a part of
She was
the cult.
manipulated a lot, yeah.
I feel like
Uh,
in this world, it's like if you had a bad experience with the Fire Force, like your only way to go the line, because it's either you support the Fire Force or you don't.
I think we don't think religion is a big part in this world, and we haven't like talked about it at all. But I'm also confused because the evangelists, what the fuck they're called, they say the fucking what do they say every time they fucking
Latin.
yeah they say it like they say it as well. So I'm like, obviously there's some overlap in what they believe, and I'm low-key thinking that maybe what the evangelists, whatever the fuck they're called, think might hold some truth.
Maybe
Because that's what
like,
Figgy says, some fucking government hiding shit.
maybe similar to like Christianity, like Muslims think like there's like different like paths taken.
I don't know. I just know that religion's a big part in this. And then Frizzy guy shows up. I don't know why he showed up, but he shows up.
I think
And then-
kind of cool Joker to like get in trouble.
And then this is where Joker fights Show. And I literally said, is Joker on the same level as
The show.
Show?
I don't think so. But I don't think Show used his like ability there.
He did.
He did.
He stopped time, and right as
Stopped
he
it
was
with his
gonna attack,
card,
he
no?
dodged.
Yeah,
he
with like
dodged
his
it.
card.
He's
or
like,
shit.
what?
Does
Like
this
he was
Joker
gonna
have-
slash him in the stomach, and he just dodged, blocked, and they were going at it.
That's what I said. I was like, because I thought Joker was just gonna be a villain, but I think he's a serious like we know next to nothing about them. The next episode, I think. Oh yeah, this was the broom episode. That I like literally the first thing I said was how the fuck did she end up on him like that if she just hit him with the broom? Squad 1, 5, 7, and 8, they have a meeting and they decide to attack the Evangelist base. So they send Shinra to.
This is
train with-
again. This is again where the city of Ember, because like, okay, now we know that obviously, not everyone would used to be born with fire powers. You know, it's kind of like hit or miss. Second of all, there used to be a wildlife, and there is still some wildlife because the bugs still exist, except they have like weird properties. And now the third part is that there used to be a subway system. But now this like leads me more to like, there must have been something like I guarantee you that the world was semi-normal to like a casual world you would see it anywhere. So now it kind of like really makes you think that what happened with to like spark two different like the evangelist religion and then like the stuff that like just your everyday average public person like is told to believe in. That everything's an accident and that there's nothing you can do about it and that it's just life and it is what it is. Which we learn really isn't what that nowadays, or at least during this time period, a good like half of the people who go like ignite are basically man-made, especially the children.
Like,
Oh yeah,
I mean,
especially.
children just like what's the statistics of like children to
Bro,
like adults.
I'm also surprised that we never found out what happened to the one kid who
I
managed
thought it was gonna
to
be a bigger part
prevent.
of it as well. Yeah,
It too, maybe.
maybe.
It's like goes Inferno, fights back, and now he's just kind of like, eh.
Well, I'll be back.
Should we continue?
Right, except
I guess.
the training arc with Ben,
Penny Morrow.
which he learns
Yeah,
he's
Benny
playing,
Morrow.
right?
Yeah, he learns the playing. We don't really get much from Arthur because, like he said, Arthur's kind of like chill on. He's pretty chill on his own. You know, it's just more of like sharpening your sword skills and, like he said, getting the upper hand by changing up your style.
Alright, I'm back. Yeah. What?
Or just
No, we were just saying that it was kind of like a small training arc.
Oh yeah, he just got his ultimate move. That was basically it. Then they plan to go into the Nether, and then the night before, Shinra has a dream where he's like getting burnt, and then Iris is there, but she has like red eyes. I don't know what this meant, but they don't elaborate on it either. He just kind of stares at her and blushes.
Yeah.
They all get split up. This is my biggest. We finally get to see how strong Maki actually is. So I was like, so this is how.
those weapons she got
The
are
witch.
So good.
Huh?
Yeah.
She got, how you just say,
Oh,
claw.
something we haven't mentioned. Can we say rest in peace to what was that one fucking guy's name? The one that the lieutenant puts out, the blah 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 blah. Saying that is so fun. Wait, I wrote this for rest in peace. Blah 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 blah. Saying that is so fun, bro. Like it was one big aid, and then the captain always puts them out.
Yeah, because he was the one that was like combined like what, spitter and like folder or something like that.
Yeah, sputter. Yeah, saw some shit like that. She made blah blah blah.
Sputter
blah,
and
blah, blah.
flare.
Yeah, sputter and flare. And then the lieutenant killed blah 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 blah.
I'm not gonna lie. Of
It's so fun to say.
of everyone that we've seen, I thought that company's it's not. Is it the lieutenant with glasses? Is that what he is, the lieutenant?
Yeah, lieutenant.
I knew like okay, he he had powers and he's second generation, so he can control it, but he can't make it.
No, he's the
I
weakest.
thought he was the weakest one, but coming into this arc when he had
he's the
like the
weakest.
makeshift like hunting sniper rifle, I'm not gonna lie, when he got that final kill shot, that animation and that scene was so beautiful. It literally gave me chills. He's like, I thought, oh nah, he's cooked, and then he's like,
Takes out
Uno reverse card.
the heavy sniper.
He takes out the heavy Fortnite sniper, bro. 300 headshot.
Maki
Because
definitely
I
killed
low-key
every
thought
single
that
person
sniper
there.
was gonna be unbeatable. She was cracked. Like the only one to like genuinely like deflect it was Shinra, but well, he's the main character. He's gonna be cracked. I didn't think the sniper was gonna die. I thought she was gonna get away.
Huh? Oh,
And then-
the sniper. Yeah. She's dead, right?
I'm
I think
pretty
she's
sure
dead.
she's dead.
I think they're all dead. Don't say.
Oh no, yeah, Maki. Did you guys see that the guy who Maki fight had like on his head like the imprint of the weapon? I also find it hilarious how every time they say something to Maki, she's like, "I'm not a gorilla." What did she say? "I'm not a gorilla ogre."
A gorilla.
Ogress.
I find every time they say something about her, she's like, "I'm not a gorilla ogress," and she's just pissed. But no, yeah, that guy's definitely dead. And then oh yeah, no, this was
I
a
thought that Terminator.
bro. He lost to Tamaki. Like genuinely,
I found that very funny. How like
I found it funny.
It just gets like
But he lost because Tamaki flashed him. That's the reason he lost, because Tamaki flashed him. And that's alright. But disappointed we didn't get to see Tamaki, but it was a really funny fight.
and then the sister just joined in as well, which I think.
No, yeah, because he was like touching like her ass or something,
Yeah.
right? And then she fucking smacks him in the back of the head. I think that was the funniest fight in this whole series. Like that was probably like, even though it wasn't like the best anime, it's probably one of my favorite fights I had. Oh, fight in like quotations. Because it was more like a gag
We
fight.
had Arthur like blocking it, but like recognize breathing.
Oh yeah, that's the next thing that happened. That like, the shootout happens, but then like the two guys move in to kill the lieutenant, but then like we just see Arthur's little. I also like how his hair wiggles like a dog's like tail.
I know there's a name for that, like that trope of the hair thing.
I forget. I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget what it is as
So
well.
like when there's like sticks, it's like in like this childish state, and like
Yeah.
which I
Oh no, yeah. Huh?
I think it's a nice detail, it just wiggles around.
No, yeah. Like I think that was my more favorite parts when like you just see that when he's excited like about the knights or some shit when he's like, or when like every time I hear that sound I know it's Arthur and like I don't know. As I said, I fucking love Arthur.
I still find it crazy that because he got a cooler hill, his sword is like 10 times stronger.
Oh yeah, cause it's bro. He's literally just like.
Also,
You know, he's as strong as his
He's a
imagination.
Trunibio. Do you guys know what a Trunibio is?
I know.
He's a Trunibio. That I think that's the best way to explain Arthur. He genuinely thinks he's a fucking knight, and the more he believes this, the stronger
The
he
better
gets.
he is.
And the bull,
Yeah.
like he was overpowered with his reflection. Like that's what I look like.
Oh, yeah, this is, bro.
My silver!
His steed was hilarious.
My comrade!
And then how they also hang it up at the end of the fucking like series. They just have it up in the. The after Arthur saves the lieutenant, it goes to the captain and Vulcan who are facing off against Lisa and Giovanni. And again,
It's the weakest one.
yes, Lisa blushes at some of the things that Vulcan says, which I think is like on purpose. Like, well, it's honestly on purpose, but like it's to show that like she's not all bad. It's to show that she genuinely enjoyed the time she was with Vulcan. Then it wasn't just all like.
I think it's more of like, even though she was there for a purpose and eventually fulfilled it, the time that she spent there, she did enjoy and kind of. I think she like it's more like
I think she
felt
likes
that.
him, no?
Yeah, I think it's also more the fact that she deep down kind of thought that maybe there was a possible way of persuading him.
You have to enjoy
But like, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like, even though she knew the chances were slim, I feel like she still held on hope. And then once it was like, when she like I guess it was an actual no, it kind of hurt a like, you know, I did have a little bit of hope. You know, it kind of sucks that it's just not gonna work out the way that she thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, for me, I thought I think Giovanni's a bitch, which sucks because that's my name. I genuinely hate him. I genuinely hate him. Why are all Giovanni's evil, by the way? Team Rocket Giovanni's evil. This Giovanni. But the fight continues, and like he uses Lisa as like a bargaining chip. He's like, if you kill your captain, like I'll let her live. Yeah, and then like, when did she get short hair? Did I miss it?
So when he's the metal thing when she's about to
Because
kill her,
I
basically.
literally haven't written down. I was like, where the fuck did her hair go? Well, I think I missed that shit. But yeah, and then he shoots the captain, but like somehow they planned for this shit, or like he said I wasn't gonna send in my captain with like unprotected. Yeah, and then we find out that Adolo links are what cause human combustion. I don't know.
the whole.
The-
Not like the main. Not like it's like the main fire. A good show.
Oh yeah, and then Shinra starts freaking the fuck out, and then we see him like in this like weird place where like a demon like starts like caressing him, and then then it goes back to what Giovanni. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna abandon Lisa, but you'll never be able to override what like I've done to her, like the brainwashing, and then Shinra and Sho fight. Dope ass fight. I'm not gonna lie, it was a really cool fight.
Which I'll
You know, I honestly,
let Giovanni go. They could have
yeah.
They could.
Nah, like everyone stepped the fuck up except the captain. Like, why the fuck was he talking to him?
Took a bullet to the head though.
He was fine. It was never gonna kill him.
But I mean, he doesn't have doing the best, just being a casual guy.
No,
If you're a casual guy, don't involve yourself in non-casual shit.
Like in the Mario, he locked in though.
Huh?
When he had like all these gear and Mario.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he did lock in against Benny. Nah, but that was like using paid DLC, bro. He should have not stood a chance.
No.
That
I guess,
wasn't fair.
yeah, no, the show and Shinra fight, I low-key thought to myself, like, okay, every other fight,
It
he's
got
like,
too sciencey for me. I'm not gonna.
he got like, Shinra somehow unlocked like a new power, or he could use his determination to like go past like his limits. Like for example, when he was fighting the Fifth Company and he literally should have died if he is Joshin, but still pushed through. I was like, bro has the ability to stop time. I'm like, there's no way he makes it out. I'm like, it's gonna be like everyone pulls up and they all like jump him at the exact same time. But the fact that like this, literally like
So
the
this
scientist
is what
saying
I
that
understood.
he went beyond speed. He was so fast that he was able to demoleculeize himself and then remolecule himself. That's
So-
how fast he was going.
So this is science, and science is not my strong. So the universe is always expanding, right?
Yeah.
And I think that inherently has some heat in it, right?
Yeah, and inherently has. Which is
So you're
like-
telling me Sho can control that heat and stop the universes, like he can manipulate that to stop time. Bullshit. And then Shinra can accelerate faster than light, as Figgy said, so his atoms break apart, and then he's going so fast that he's able to go back in time to get to his previous state. Which all I'm gonna say,
That is possible. Theoretically, if you go fast enough, you could go back in time.
that's what I'm saying, like, it got way too sciencey for me. But this is what I will say. Up until now, I'd always seen Shinra and Arthur, not like as on the same level, but like around there, you know what I mean? Rival.
Yeah.
Shinra just fucking like
Like I said, and I think we
blew
didn't
Arthur
mention-
out of the water.
Give
I
Arthur
think
a
the-
suit of armor, he's up there.
Oh god, yeah, no, low key. Give him a badass hilt with some badass armor. Arthur's cooking. But like I said, the one thing we
Elden Ring
did,
armor, bro. Arthur's genuinely unstoppable. Like if Arthur starts playing Elden Ring,
you
Oh
tell
my God.
no, you give an armor to Arthur and say it's unbreakable, and you give him a sword that says that it could cut through literally anything, and he's gonna genuinely think he's a tank. He's gonna go in there,
Give him
dodge everything.
Excalibur. There's no fight.
no, yeah, but I think that the rate at which Shinra's progressing is kind of fucking fast as shit. But like again, it's a shonen, right?
Yeah, it's a short.
It's a shonen.
It's not
Like I said, we did get a glimpse of his speed earlier in the Nether when the scientist had like I think he had a knife instantly, which is like pink, knocked him out instantly. And like I said, this just really shows like, and like I said, I know I was just like so the way it was progressing, I was thinking to myself, yo, they're gonna make it to the Nether, they're gonna make it to the boss, and they're most likely are gonna win. Like, what is season 2 gonna be really about? Like, but
I'm
then of
still
course.
wondering what season this is gonna be.
But then we see
I am wondering though.
It's like a main evangelist.
Yeah, like I said, the way that it was going and the way the pacing, I was like, yo, season 1 started like, here's our main character, and the season storming through the stronghold. Final
How
boss,
old-
here we go.
Do you guys think Shinra is?
He's 15.
He's 16.
He's 15.
He was old enough to graduate from the academy, which made at first.
I thought he was 18, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
18? I don't think he's 18. I think the last episode where they're drinking or something like that, I think they mentioned. Wait, no, he is around that because in the final fight in the episode,
He's 17.
Company 1 leader says, I didn't tell you because you're weak enough. He's like, oh, I was hoping that over these 12 years, you would get strong enough to be able to bear the truth. So assuming that he was like, what, when the fire happened? Like, wait, let's say, I think he was like probably like 4 or 5, so it's probably like, yeah, probably like 16, maybe
I thought
17.
Shinra was like 18. Cause I was
think
gonna say,
he's
cause like then how old is
16,
Sho?
17.
Cause like
It's like-
you're
So
so
that's
you're
like-
telling me that a fucking like 13-year-old just running around like bossing everyone in this shit?
But to be fair,
he's
he
also
does,
mind controlled.
yeah, he does
I-
lose his abilities kind of towards the end too. He's like not able to use it as well anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, like if you guys saw, but when Homea,
Oh yeah,
like,
well I that is the next part.
No.
Like, Sho sees like his memories, and then he kind of starts crying. He's like, "Oh shit, this guy." Which again, like,
Just being for real.
Right?
it's a shonen, but like, I thought the change in emotions was quick as fuck. And then like, Shinra accidentally stabs himself with like.
Which is kind of crazy though. You're
I thought
able
Sho
to do
got
all
him.
this. Yeah, I thought it was like God. I'm just like as you really thought that
Yeah,
change.
that's which I would have liked more. I'm not gonna lie, I would have. Which which if he was like struggling to come to terms with that emotion, even though he didn't fully believe it, if he still, I think I would have enjoyed that way more.
You know what? That kind of that if that would have happened, it kind of would have reminded me of in ReZero where he's like, everything's going so well, and his Rem's like, I don't trust you. Who do you think you are? You just gonna come in here and be friends? I don't know who you are. Get out of my crib.
Like, yeah, he stabbed himself on accident, but I think I would have enjoyed it way more if Sho had been the one who stabbed him.
Maybe did it before
My-
he realized what he did.
Yeah, it's like someone like that, like if he was like having a conflict like internally, is like, this is how I've been raised my whole life, but now I know that this guy is mine.
My brother.
Is my brother. He just kind of accepted it right. Well, I guess after seeing the memories, but like not right away because we whole episode of him rejecting Shinra. But still, like if you raised 13 years, 14, however the fuck Sho is, and on a day this random guy who like claims to be your brother convinces you, I think you should have been brainwashed better.
But my thing is this: you're able to go to toe to toe with someone who can basically stop the world and universe expanding, and the way you're gonna die is by accidentally impaling yourself. It's kind of crazy. You're literally going against a kid who essentially, like, without the whole science thing, is able to stop time for a matter of seconds, and you're gonna die by accidentally
No, the
impaling yourself.
universe. He stops the universe.
He stops the universe, and you're gonna die by impale. Which, by the way, he took the sword multiple times. Like, he was coughing up blood. Like, he had taken that sword to the chest multiple times,
I think
but then he's just gonna get impaled.
Sho has the dullest sword ever, but how many times did he slice him?
to kill him though, because they didn't want to keep him alive for his flame. I think it was just
Well, they do
dull
mention
side.
that, yeah, they do.
I think it was a
that they
dull
need him
side
alive.
blade.
Sho doesn't stab him, but then like this other lady is like, I'll be taking him now, and he's like, hey, tell me the truth, and then she mind controls Sho. Is it because Arthur's so dumb that he can't get mind controlled, or why didn't he get affected?
Because plasma, like his sword is like.
Oh, because of his, it hit his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think her powers like it messes
Yeah.
like with electricity and neutrons in your head, and because
Arthur's like
his
has
power
like,
kind of
sword.
deals with
Oh,
plans
I thought it would have
already.
been so much more funny if it was because he was too dumb to be mind controlled. I think
I mean,
I would have
maybe.
enjoyed
You
that.
never
way
know.
more.
That could be a possibility.
If it is because
Possibly.
of the plasma, I kind of get it, because, like, I don't know, I guess science again. But in my mind, it's because he's too dumb to get mind controlled.
I like.
Huh?
I like that explanation more.
You like that one more? What happens after that? Oh, yeah, Shinra wakes up, and they take him to, like, a hospital and shit. Am I missing anything from that? No, it was really, that was it, right?
Yeah, and then
The
just
company comes in and like acts as a team.
company one's leader kind of
Oh,
just
yeah, they
fights
come
him
back,
and says,
yeah,
"I'll tell you
and
the
they-
truth."
Oh, by the way, that weird girl's freaky as fuck. I do not like her. She gives me the heebie. Like, especially in the next episode where she's like just burning the house and she's just like playing as she was playing with toys.
Oh yeah,
She's
Halea?
actually a psychopath.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, she's psycho. But
No,
we-
but Shinra's mom as a
Oh, yeah, we can-
I don't even know what they're called.
The demon.
Bro, she looks like something straight out of like Alien, bro.
Not
Like,
gonna lie.
what the fuck?
I love that design. I feel like it's a dope ass demon design. I don't know how many demon designs I've seen in the past, but that's probably one of the best ones.
Pulling
Doesn't she pull her like?
She pulls her
Yeah.
thorns down because she was
She
blinded
pulls her
by the
horns-
sun.
That's wow, bro.
That's dope as shit.
And the fact that she might still be alive is actually crazy too.
Yeah, well, we find that all out after Shinra wakes up and, like, the captain from Squad 1's there. He's like, let's fight, I'll tell you everything. And then, yeah, that's where we find out everything that Sho was the cause of the fire, which I don't understand. Did you guys understand the explanation for why he was the cause of the fire? Is it because...
I think
Because his
Yeah.
Dola burst like activated.
Yeah.
So Shinra didn't have one? Or he did?
I
Or did
think
he get
I
one
think-
because of Sho?
Awakening.
Sho's fire
Doesn't
awakened.
everyone have one? Is just dormant.
Do I say that?
No, I think it's just like specific
some
people are
people
just
have it.
chosen. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Edgar, we're gonna die. No, but yeah, we find out Sho was the cause of the fire. And that the squad, you're just breakdancing while we're frozen in time. That Sho was the cause of the fire, and that the squad one captain, he knew the whole time. Yeah, that was about it. His mother's still alive. And we also found out the demon that he saw during the infiltration was probably his mom, because she was like caressing him and shit. It was probably his mom. And the episode ends with everyone celebrating. I have one question. Who's stronger, the Squad 1 captain or Benimaru? Because I do remember them saying that Benimaru is the strongest fire soldier. No way he touches the captain.
Here's what
I
I
think
think.
he could.
I
I
think
don't know,
if
bro.
Benimar was serious. I think if he was serious and raised, everything was on the line, both at their exact best. Like both,
You
like
think Benimaru beats him?
yeah.
I mean, I think his advantage is that he's both a second gen and a third gen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think
I also-
having that title,
What's
he's
up?
the strongest. I think
He is, well, he does have the title. I
Yeah,
don't know,
so
like,
I think-
it's because I was seeing Shinra fight the captain, I was like, there's no way anyone touched. Then I was like, Benimaru beat him?
My whole thing is now that kind of got me wondering, like, what makes a first, second, and I'm assuming it's a first gen, but first, second, and third gen. Is it
I have
like
no clue what
like
first gen
straight
is.
up?
Second gen is you can manipulate flames. Third gen
I'm
is you can create
guessing
flames.
first gen is like nothing.
First gen are the Infernos, I think. They just,
Oh,
they
shit.
just, it's just fire.
No, yeah, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's.
my whole
second
thing is like
manipulation. Third is creating.
create
Third
My whole-
generation are just firebenders.
Yeah, you're firebender.
firebender.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wonder if like first generation is like straight up like actually like it's just like the child, like if the child of 2 firsts or 2 seconds make a third.
Wait,
But like
no,
if
I
not,
think
then I'm like,
first
what
gen is
makes a
manipulation. Like I think Shinra's second gen, where he can create them but not manipulate. Third, you can do both.
Is it? I thought
No,
Shinra
no.
was third.
No, Shinra's second.
Shinra's third.
yeah, Shinra's third.
Shinra's third. I think he's a second class soldier who's third generation. I think that's what maybe you're confusing with. Because he always says second class soldier, which I have no clue what
Fire
that means.
special
Maybe it's like
fire
the
soldier.
rank.
His ranking.
So, but I think he's third generation.
Yeah, but like I said, my whole question was just what determines like is it like straight up just genetics? Is it just
I'm
like
guessing it's
over
just
time
genes,
they
like blue
evolve?
eyes, red eyes.
If let's say if so, then what has there ever been a fourth gen or will there ever be a
Don't they
fourth?
say
If
that
so,
Odola bursts are the closest to a fourth gen? Don't they mention some shit like that?
Someone said a fourth gen is being birthed. I don't remember where, but. I
Oh,
think
is a fourth gen being like the kid was, the one with the bug?
I think
Is that what they
having
mean?
The links is a fourth gen.
Having the link with the with
Yeah,
the Evangelist is like
because
fourth gen,
Oh,
basically, no?
during the fight with shows, someone said like, oh, Gen-
I think it was
Yeah,
Haumea.
yeah.
She was saying that if you have a link, it's like,
It's like being a
it's like
fourth gen.
yeah.
yeah, but I think that was basically it. I
Yeah,
guess
I
final
guess-
thoughts for season 1.
Tamaki said she wants to leave. I don't think she's leaving though. She's a main character. She doesn't provide much, but she's a main character.
she's there for the laughs.
She's, yeah. No, final thoughts?
She'll
I
lock
mean-
in eventually.
Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think it'll get more outrageous.
I think the most outrageous for me was when she went to go cook and came back with just the apron.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Like you're supposed to put it over your clothes. What are you
No,
Yeah,
for
that's
me,
pretty
no. For me, the one where the one sweeping and she just ends up on top of Miss Stone because it's not like he moved. It's not like he does anything. She just. I wish I could show you guys. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That they're both like sweeping and he even says you stay on that side, and then she hits him with this broom, and then she ends up with her legs wrapped around his face or some shit. I'm like, how? For me, that was the most outrageous. Not even the cooking one. Like, I don't know how the cooking one happened either. No, but yeah, I'm looking forward to season 2.
Oh, we're doing only 12 episodes this week, right?
I'm guessing finals and shit.
Yeah.
Only 12 episodes.
Think you say something dumb?
Or I do want to do a final recap though.
Huh?
Final weekend? Or final
Yeah,
weekend?
like I said, first season I thought it was great. Like I said,
Oh, like
ReZero. I liked ReZero. I have nothing against ReZero. I think ReZero is one of the better animes I've watched. I just think that Fire Force is more on pace to what I personally like. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away and I'm not saying that Fire Force is like the greatest thing to ever touch my eyes, but I really enjoyed it. I haven't watched a lot of anime. I've only watched a handful. Fire Force had always been on my list. I actually was close to watching it like a while ago, but I just thought like, it's whatever, nothing too appealing. Like I said, came into it with a little bit of information. I kind of I don't know what happens at the end of the series. I know that it is a prequel to Soul Eater.
I think that's supposed to be a big spoiler, but yeah, it's a prequel to Soul Eater.
I don't know what Soul Eater is.
Yeah, so
I don't know what Soul Eater is.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean either. Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
there's
apparently
not
it's.
much on this.
I've heard like it's just like Gio said, it's a huge like, oh my god, how did they pull this off? There's no way they just made this a prequel. I don't know. Like I said, I really enjoyed it.
It's a fun, like
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Like I said, came into it not really knowing much. Based that it was about firefighters who could have fire, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, how your job gonna be taking out fires and a fire?
I spent the
I really
longest
liked it a
time
lot.
thinking this was like putting out fires show. Now like
Yeah, low key.
that's why I hadn't touched. No way I'm about to watch firefighters like put out fires. But then no, it's
No, but I said I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I think that it was, like I said, if I had to rank it, I'd probably give it like, if I had to give it a scale of 1 out of 100, I'd probably give it like an 88. Like I said, I really like it. Like I said, I think that the fan service it started off, like I said, it was funny. Okay, it's getting kind of and then I was like, okay, that was a good one. But I think overall, I think, like I said, the animation was nice. The music was nice.
It's like, is that even fan service? Because like
the fan service, we got used to it the same way the people around her got used to it.
Yeah,
Just like
I can see that.
Just like, oh no, her day's gonna activate, and I think that's what makes it funnier.
They did use that though. When Iris was like, "How am I supposed to know which one is which?" and then she trips on
oh my god, I forgot about that part. The fucking
That's you,
clone is
I
talking
know.
in an old man voice. And Iris is completely oblivious. The moment she strips, she's like, "Yep, that's Tamaki." That part was hilarious as well.
Never mind, we didn't talk about the mascots, which I think.
Oh yeah, like
3D
they're sketchy.
yeah.
I don't like 'em.
like
now. I was gonna say they're sketchy too. They're everywhere.
They're
They're
I don't
always.
like 'em.
At first, I thought they were like just for like for events, but they're always at Company 8. They're always there. Always getting. They're always getting in trouble like too.
They give me, and especially because like, didn't Shinra and Arthur get called out to save him? And like he said some weird shit to Shinra. He was like, "It's because of you guys that were so hated" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I swear he said something like, "Bro, I don't like them."
Or are they like just different?
That's a good question. Is it different people or like?
I think
is
that,
it
like,
the
like,
same?
They're everywhere. Others like it's just people in costumes that just happen to.
I completely forgot about them. They're sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
But
Like I said,
awesome.
my final rating, 8.8 to 9. Really liked it. I feel like it isn't. I don't know if it's an anime I could rewatch, but I definitely would look back at like some of like the best moments. Like I said, I really liked it. I give it 8.8 to 9.
Oh yeah, I
Really excited for season 2.
I can't believe that we missed that Tamaki and Iris because it was generally one of like my favorite. Like it was one of the funniest moments in the whole show.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
For me, I mean, I guess I'll restate what I said. Good animation, amazing sound design. Like the Tamaki trope sometimes hits, sometimes misses, but like, I enjoyed it. Like a high 7, I'll still give. Like 7.8. If the first, as I said for me, like everything up to like Vulcan kind of felt a little slow. If it was, or like not slow, but I don't know. I just didn't get engaged until really like after the whole like Squad 1 and like Vulcan thing. That's when I got hooked. If for the beginning with like the whole Hibana thing and like the just that whole point
I
had
will
been a
say,
little better.
among all the fight
It would've been, like,
scenes, among all the fight scenes and arcs, I think the Habano was my least favorite.
No, yeah, like for me,
Because, like,
that-
how are you gonna take a character who literally is able to essentially disable you, and she
guys
gets
also
taken
remember when
down
fucking,
by
when
willpower?
fucking Hibana is like saving Arthur, and then like she's like also like tormenting Arthur, and then she's like laughing and she's just a fucking random. You guys don't remember that fuck, bro? She's
I remember
like,
when they
saving
have a
Arthur.
meeting.
Oh,
I remember the meeting.
At the Vulcan arc, right?
At the Vulcan, or she's saving Arthur, and then she's like being all sadistic and shit. Just a random ass fucking like animal hits her on the head, she gets knocked out. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. She's like, if you go anymore, I'm gonna die. And then she just literally gets sniped by a
And
random iris toy.
Just a random ass toy.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the moment where like they're all meeting in Company A, and the guy was like, "Would sitting on the floor make you feel more better?" Like, yeah, Will, so get your ass on the floor.
Nah, he Loki likes it because there was a couple moments where like he's like the wine part as well. He Loki likes it, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Bro, he literally reminds me of like the phrase. He's like, "Baby, it was just the friends we made along." At first I saw him, I was like,
You're lying.
yapping about this random ass stuff.
Oh yeah, cause he's like, you suck and you suck if you some shit like that. He just repeats the same word a lot.
I don't know.
Oh, there's like your shit smell like shit or something. Like
Oh
that.
yeah, it's like your shit's so shit that it smells like shit or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
it's like
he
your
does
shit's
that
so
shit a lot.
shit that it makes your shit look like not shit or shit. What the fuck?
No, yeah,
Even
like,
Arthur was like, "What is?" Even Arthur was like, "What the fuck is this guy on?"
No, yeah, but he low-key likes what Hibana does, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Shit, I mean,
Yeah, 7.8, that's my final rating.
No,
Mario.
I'll say ReZero is the better anime.
By far,
But
yeah.
overall, I was happier watching Fire Force.
I think that's the best way I could explain it. ReZero was better, I was much happier watching Fire Force.
Like when I watched it, I was like, yeah, this, like I was happy the entire time.
It's just a fun anime.
It's very fun to watch. So
It's a fun
it's
anime.
a good like
Enjoyable main
like,
character,
videos
funny
like,
moments.
Like an 85, like an 88, depending on like the mood I'm in. I think it's a solid anime to watch when you're just bored and want to see some cool animation.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'll give it an 8. I like the fights in the show. I thought the fights were animated well. I also like the songs that they played. Oh, I think my favorite part was just when he had like an adoling, like just like the loud. I guess
sound for
alarm.
the adult, I think was cool as well.
I like that one. I think I think what Mario said, like what you guys said, just like Fire Force was enjoyable to watch, but I think the better one was ReZero. But yeah, I'll just give it an 8.
Final
I think
question.
that's a good score.
Final question.
I
Was
guess
the
last.
first opening better or was the first ending better? So was
I think the
opening
first
or the
one
ending
opening
better?
is iconic. Like
The
I've
ending's
heard that.
good as fuck, bro.
I've heard that so many times.
I prefer
I've
the
heard-
ending. I prefer the ending. I'm not gonna lie, the ending is.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
be
think the
honest.
opening's better?
I
Final
always skip
statement.
the intro and the ending.
I watch it the first time, like the first episode. I'll watch it and then I usually skip it. But there was a couple times where I was like, "Damn, let me just jam out real quick." Let me jam out.
I think maybe because I've heard the opening more, so I was more exposed to it. Like I hear this opening everywhere.
Yeah, as I say, like I've heard it multiple times
But the
before even coming.
ending, I've been a little less. Like I've heard of the ending, but I've been a little less exposed to it. But genuinely, I think it's better than. That's like comparing like a big diamond and a medium diamond. Like, they're both amazing.
Alright.
Should we end it there?
Well,
And I guess
next
final
week-
thought.
Next 12 episodes.
there's so many final thoughts.
Next week, half of season 2, and then before Christmas, we'll get the last season 2 out. But final controversial statement: I like Fire Core more than ReZero so far. I'll leave you at that.